evening, Cubes of the Cash. Gary B, the casual comic guy here, and joining me just like every single Tuesday, we got my good buddy, Steve the Voice White. Steve, how you doing tonight, sir?
I am doing fabulous there, Gary.
Nice. And of course, joining us, I think this is like his fourth time on the channel, but we haven't had him on the 1011 in a while. I thought it was time we revisited him and brought him back and got to hang out with him again. We have none other than Tony from Comiverse. Tony, how you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. How y'all doing?
Good, good. You know, I'm already tired of the winter and it hasn't even started, but we'll get through it.
Oh, yeah.
Lake ain't frozen yet, buddy.
I know, right? Oh, goodness. But, Tony, as we like to do, who are you? What's your channel about? Where can people find you on the interwebs? And then we'll go say hi to the people that have joined us.
All right, so I'm Tony. As everybody knows, my YouTube channel is Comiverse. I started about 3.5 years ago, just, you know, sharing my love of comics. I do unboxings and mail calls and all that good stuff, showing the new stuff I've gotten. I've still, on occasion, still do my Tony's Comic Spotlight. Matter of fact, I've got one I've been needing to do for the last 2 months. And then me and Matt here recently from Heroes of Horror Comic Club have started every Friday night doing a live show where we talk about our favorite horror movies. So that's pretty cool. And just, you know, I collect comics, film, you know, vinyl, movies, games, everything.
Right. Anything that catches the eye, huh?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, those videos on the movies are fantastic. I love them old horror movies from the 80s. I started binge watching the Friday the 13th. I'm up to like part 6 now.
Well, 80s had some great horror movies.
Oh, I did.
Absolutely.
It was like such a sweet spot. And we talked about it on Fable's channel, One Collection Down, when we reviewed Chud, which was so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's so great to rewatch Chud. And if you guys haven't watched that episode, but go check that out. And I'll be on his channel coming up in January for a couple more, or February, something like that. But that 80s horror, the VHS era of horror, was such a golden era for horror.
It was.
So much was just like, yeah, we'll put it on VHS and send it to the video store. Let's go ahead and make it.
Sleepaway Camp.
Yeah. Well, great stuff. Tony popped in early and saying hello to everybody. We have Ruby G, Calm, Cool, Collected. How you doing tonight, Ruby? Great to see you, sir. Hope you and the family are doing well. We have Paul from Psychedelic Comics. Always great to see you, Paul. Hope you're doing well. We have our co-host, Steve the Voice White, saying hello to everybody.
Hey ho.
We have Brian LCS. Good evening, Brian. Great to see you.
Godfather.
We have Dr. Von Hoot.
Oh, it's the Hoot.
And I am pretty much spitting distance from Canada. I am
right across the lake from me, like right across. We just get in a boat and we can meet halfway.
Yeah, I'm in Rochester. We're not too far apart. We'll keep, as people are getting their notifications, we'll give them a quick tip of the hat. But Tony, man, it's all about you tonight. So let's get you started out. Let you get your first book out and show it. And love the kiss in the background
and the shirt
and on the t-shirt.
Right.
Yeah, I kind of, I mean, for y'all who don't know, I kind of like Kiss. So, you know,
I grew up with Kiss. I'm a huge Kiss fan.
Oh yeah, since I was 5 years old. So I would, you know, I do like we always do. You know, you make your list, you make another list, you make 5 lists, you throw all those out, make another list, and then the day of, you make another list. So I wanted to do something special where like all the selections, where like the first 5 are going to be what I like to read now. And then we'll go into what I used to, well, you know, series that I liked when I first started collecting. I got some bangers that I'm going to show that that I never thought I'd have in my collection. So I hope y'all enjoy this. And a very heavy story very heavy book for the story with. So I'm going to start off. This is a series that I really got into. I like reading Spawn. I've been buying the Spawn, the King Spawn, Scorched and all that, you know, since Todd started doing the universe. But the one that I gravitated to, my absolute favorite, is Gunslinger Spawn.
Yes, what a great character.
11. This is, awesome. I believe this cover was done by Puppeteer Lee. But out of all the Spawns, and there's a lot of them, there's something about the Gunslinger Spawn that I really like. So, I mean,
he's like the underdog because he's like the weakest one of them all, and he keeps using his blood and the bullets and stuff, and he just gets weaker and weaker, but he still manages to prevail. It's incredible.
And the story that they've had him, like in the regular series of Gunslinger, he's in this world, and then they got a second series called Deadly Tales of Gunslinger, which is
Yes.
where he's in the 1800s. And I think to me that's what really gravitated me towards it, because I love Spawn and I love westerns. I absolutely love
Right.
westerns.
So this
So
mix those together, and it was magic for you.
yeah, so I've been still reading it, still a fan, and I've been enjoying it.
It'd be cool to see them bring a few throwback series back into comics, like maybe a couple Western or a couple war books. I know they're kind of out of time and out of period, but I still think they could hit if done right.
Well, you notice they
yeah.
roll around again. EC started doing the westerns again just to see if it kicks, right? And if it catches, they'll start doing them again, right?
Right. Well, good start. All right, so Gunslinger Spawn number 2, sir.
All right, so kicking on the new wave. As soon as this come out and all the spoilers I heard about it, yeah, of course I'm going to be hopping on this. And this is the first book of the Energon universe with Void Rivals #1.
Oh yeah, what a great cover!
Oh yeah, I got this from E-Man. It's like a variant, 1 in 10.
Yes, it is.
Of course, we all know, thanks to Void Rivals, that brought us and Robert Kirkman and them, that brought us Transformers and GI Joe into the Energon universe. With they showed Jetfire at the end of this one, I believe.
Right, and now all you guys are just waiting for the movies to come out with them all.
Oh
connected.
my God, yeah! Like
Yeah.
they gotta have the crossovers, and when they get that thing in full swing, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna say this could have easily been one of my spec picks, but I mean, the one I picked is my absolute favorite. So, but yeah, just seeing, I'm trying to remember I can't, remember the characters' names, but the whole ring where one half, you got two different civilizations and they're fighting against each other, and they look the same, and it's been pretty good. You got two warring factions and one person from each warring faction trying to figure out a way to bring them all back together. And I'm about 4 issues behind on my reading, so I got to get caught up. But yeah, it's a really solid series.
Yeah.
Good evening, Katana. Great to see you. Thanks for being here.
That's my buddy Tim. I've known him since I was 13. So he had to.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, he's my brother.
Oh, nice. I know the Void Rivals and the Spawn are 2 books I don't read. Not that I know the Void Rivals and Energon universe is great, but it's one of those things, right? And it's like the other universe. They have the Massive universe out too. Plus they have the Geiger universe, where I forgot what that's called.
Yeah, the Ghost Machine.
Yeah, but your money can only go so far. There's only so many universes I can collect and read.
Exactly. So, but Void Rivals has been an exciting story. I mean, they're bringing the Transformers into it pretty hard now. The Quintessence are in there, so we're getting the bad guys. Got to see Junkie on next.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be cool, man.
Yes, it's heating up.
All right, number 3, sir.
All right, number 3. This is gonna make Gary happy. I've got three titles that every month when I go, these are instant buys as soon as I get them. And the first one is, of course, Conan the Barbarian.
Yep. Which has been
Jim Zub goodness.
This has been a solid series since issue 1. I don't have to sell Gary because Gary sold me. So I mean,
Look, Jim Zub. Yeah, Jim Zub got the nod.
Oh yeah, I mean, and I believe Gary agreed with me. It just reminds me of the old '70s Marvel Conan, and I just really freaking love it. I mean, every story has been great, and that's really hard to do in today's comics. Is to write consistent quality stories and art month after month. I mean, it's just
you're absolutely right.
Well, what's impressed me is he's known how to add to the lore without changing the lore.
Oh yeah. And the thing is it was made by Titan Comics, and I was familiar with Titan in the 2014s when I was collecting all the Doctor Who comics, and they were coming out with all those. And
you see, I didn't know. Titan wasn't really on my map until Conan. I was collecting the gun honeys before that, but
yeah, they did a lot of series. Like they did a couple series on, of course, the 10th, 11th, and 12th Doctors. I know they're doing one on the 15th now. I think I don't know if they still have the what do you call it, the IP or not, but I know Oh yeah, but they did 10, 11, and 12 had their own series for a while. Next thing you knew, they had one for 9, and they started going back and doing the series for the other Doctors. But they were all pretty good stories. But
Well,
yeah,
what I like
Conan.
about Titan Comics is they don't try to reinvent it. They know, they do their homework, they know what's popular about it, and they lean into that popularity. They go, oh, this is what makes these characters them. Let's not change that. Let's be true to who these characters are.
Really, and they got to sell books too. So
It really is DVH. I enjoy
Yeah.
every Gun Honey series. The Heat Seeker series have been good too.
Me too.
And just look at that awesome cover art. I mean, geez, dude.
Oh yeah, Alex Horley.
Yeah, I hope I get mine tomorrow. Fingers
That's
crossed.
freaking amazing.
And that was a great painted issue too. It was amazing.
Oh yeah. I haven't read it yet, but I'm it's on. Dude, I got like 84 books over here that I'm looking at that I haven't read yet. I am that far behind months.
Oh, brother, I got a short box over here that I got to read.
So you understand the struggle is real, man.
Yes, it is real.
Oh, mine's bigger than both of yours, but I still keep
Yeah,
getting
I'm sure it is.
There's a few I'm always up on, Conan being one of them.
Oh yeah, there's those ones that you pull immediately. Me, it might be something like this one here.
Yeah, G.I. Joe, man.
All right, so
That's
Tony
been a
got
solid-
his brownie points in with number 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That's
G.I. Joe's a
clear.
solid. G.I. Joe's been a solid run as well for the Energon. That's been really good too.
Yeah, both series too, because I mean
Oh,
they have
yeah.
the Larry Hama one, and then they have the other one.
Yeah, you're right. I neglected to say both series.
Yeah.
What, number 4?
All right, so number 4 is a new series that came out this year by Mad Cave. An instant nostalgia for me. And I went down the rabbit hole and bought I bought 8 of the 12 covers for number 1. But I mean,
Wow.
this is like, I say this is the only series I watched when I was a kid that could rival my love of Transformers, and I'm talking about Speed Racer.
Oh crap! I remember that one. Yeah. Yeah.
Because it was only this year that I started buying the Now Comics ones, and I got the first issue of Speed Racer from Now Comics. That was his first appearance in American Comics. But yeah, dude, this has been a solid series. It's been a great homage back to Tatsunoko Productions, the guy that created Speed Racer. So it's a modern reimagining. If you've never watched the cartoon or read any of the Now Comics, you could pick this book up and start.
Are you reading the Racer X as well?
Yes, I've got the Racer X issues. They got another series called Tales from the Road. I've got it. So yeah, I'm really deep into getting everything for Speed Racer. So
now, Tony, I don't know if you were a fan of this cartoon in the 80s, but there's a Thundar the Barbarian comic coming out.
Okay, I didn't know about the comic, but I do remember the series when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I can't wait for the comic. I may remember the series.
Thundar.
Or the Barbarian.
Yep. Everybody wanted to do a knockoff.
But I do highly recommend if you want to read some new Speed Racer, you can pick these up. They're not expensive. I mean, and like I said, they had like 12 covers for issue 1, and that's not even counting like the 3 or 4 covers they made for San Diego Comic-Con. When I seen those, I was like, forget it, I can't afford those.
Now, did you ever watch the old 60s series that predated that? That was kind of an inspiration for that 8-man.
No, I never heard of that. I didn't know there was an inspiration. I just thought it started.
Yeah,
with
it was like an old black and white anime, and like he got his power from like this energy tube, but it looked like a cigarette. It was, and he was a detective that was murdered, and then a detective that they took his brain and put it in a robot's brain, and it's a when they brought it over to the States, they called it Tobar, which is just robot backwards.
Well, some of the things I always wondered growing up. I just learned this year when I started rewatching the old cartoon. You see the M on the car and everything. He always had like a G right here,
right,
and everything. And I was always like, his name is Speed, and didn't realize that the original name for the series was Makagogo, and that his name was Gafune, which was the G,
right.
And you learn these things, and you're like, wow. And I went and watched the original Tokyo, the original intro for Makagogo, and I went, wow, that's really different.
Yeah,
And
it's
they carried
amazing
it
how much
over.
they changed stuff up to Americanize it back in the day.
Yeah, but it
Oh,
was
yeah.
pretty cool. I mean, yeah, I still hell, I need to. I've been meaning to buy this Blu-ray set of the entire old Speed Racer series, but I can find it on digital pretty easy whenever I want to get my fix. And I need. I've not watched the live action movie. I freaked Mark out from Legion of Comics when I told him I hadn't watched it. Yes, I need to watch it.
You know what? I haven't seen that either, so don't feel bad. You know, but
I was
Man,
kind of.
Man Cave, you know what they brought me in with finally? The
What's
Phantom.
that?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I need to get
Yeah.
the first issue. I need to get that first issue.
The art on that's amazing. It really feels like gritty Phantom action. It's just awesome.
I remember
Cave puts
growing
out
up.
some good books.
I remember growing up every day or every Sunday they'd have the Phantom comic strip, and
Oh,
so
yeah.
I mean, I remember the Phantom, and then there
And
was the
I'm a
movie.
fan of the Billy Zane movie. I won't
Yeah.
even apologize for it. I love it. Well, you got
I don't
him.
You love
You got Christy Swanson. What's not to like? You have also Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah, story. I was gonna say fun story about Christy Swanson. When I was 11th grade, I started becoming a pen pal with this guy named Rob. He was a bass player for this band in California called Lixeray, and we corresponded back and forth. I bought a CD, and then I kind of lost touch with him. And then sometime around 2010s, I found him on social media. We started talking again, and he was with his buddy from Lixeray, and they had formed a band, Hypnostic. And I bought the CD, and he was trying to help. He asked me to help, spread the word for their band. And I went, cool. I said, I'll do that. And he said, yeah. He said, I'm gonna get my sister. I'm gonna get my sister to do things on his page. I went, sister, Christy. Wait a minute. Are you Christy Swanson's brother? And he went, yeah. And I went, oh wow. So truth positive, I've been a big Christy Swanson fan since I was a kid, and been pen pals with her brother since the '90s. So I mean,
Wow.
That's pretty
but
wild.
I've never asked him for an autograph because I didn't want to abuse our relationship.
Right?
Yeah.
Very nice.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, I mean,
She's the original Buffy, man's best friend. Also, I mean, not where she was the robot. What was that one called?
Deadly Friend. I love that.
Deadly
movie.
Friend. That's what I meant to say. Deadly Friend. Yeah.
I was gonna say I think she was in Mannequin 2. I mean, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of cult films.
Oh yeah.
All right. And Adventures in Babysitting.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
my
right.
God, yes.
No, I'm sorry. That was Elizabeth Shue.
No.
That was
That
Elizabeth
was
Shue.
Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah. Another cult person. Though,
That's a
too.
good movie, though.
Yeah, it's still a good movie.
Yeah. All right, number 5, sir.
All right, so closing out the new stuff until I get to my spec pick. We mentioned with Void Rivals, so of course I had to start collecting Transformers and going through. I said I went heavy on the Speed Racer #1s. Lord, I started collecting Transformers #1 covers. I've been collecting them and getting them in and winning them and stuff. I think I got 14 covers of Transformers #1 for you, John.
It's a sickness.
This is my favorite one. That's my favorite
beautiful
one.
Foil. Nice. Starscream goodness.
John Jang. Yep, Starscream has and will always be my boy.
That's it. John Jang, man.
Well, both of the covers, man, they're a rabbit hole. That's why I only hold myself to one Conan cover every time it comes out. Is my nose growing?
Well, I've gotten better when the Transformers books come out. I look and see all the covers, and I usually get cover A, and I'll get the Daniel Warren Johnson cover.
I've been a sucker. I've been getting like 5 or 6 of the Conan covers every month that they come out.
But when it first come out, oh Lord, I bought. They loved me when this issue 1 come out.
Oh, I bet they did. Your LCS was just there going, yep, kids are going through college now.
And it's going through, it's popping again now because Kirkman went over to it.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, now that he took over.
And I haven't read. I read all the DWJ run, but I hadn't read 25 or 26 yet. But I need to. No, that's in the pile. That's in the pile.
See, he hasn't read 20 and 25 or 26 or Transformers 25. So we know where Tony's wall is.
Yeah, we know where he's stopped
25,
right now.
he goes, yeah,
That's it. We're done. Hey, that's me too. 25 to 30, I'm out.
Years. One of my all-time favorite people, Jerry the
Jerry.
Good evening, Jerry.
What's going on, brother?
Yes, sir. Kiss Nation. Kiss Army, Jerry.
Kiss Army.
Since I was 5.
All right, so we're gonna turn over to some older stuff now with number 6,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Number 6, I'm going to show you some series that I used to collect, and this will be the last raw for at least 4 books. This book means a lot to me. It was my introduction to X-Men. It wasn't the first X-Men book I ever bought. Coincidentally, when I was buying X-Men books, I picked up Uncanny 221 when it came out, not knowing who the hell Mr. Sinister was. But I
Right.
didn't really come back to the series until Inferno, and it got me interested
Ooh.
into it. And this is the first comic that I bought of X-Men and started collecting, and it was my real introduction to X-Men, and I hadn't looked back. The
What a great
Inferno
cover.
series. Yeah, as I say, the
Nice.
Inferno series has always been and has always will be my favorite series.
You got DVH 10. You got to read 25 and 26. They're epic.
Oh, I know. I love the Goblin Queen. I loved all this
Oh,
stuff.
Madeline. They've had some beautiful Madeline Pryor covers too.
Oh yeah, and I can't afford every one of them.
Right.
Whenever that I seen that she was going to be in, when they relaunched X-Men the animated series, I went, oh man, that's going to be awesome. So
Well,
yeah,
Terry, you can do without electricity and water for a couple of months. It'll be fine.
well I could, but my wife probably wouldn't.
She might have no sense of humor about that kind of thing. Eh? Why are we eating ramen this month?
Oh no, I'd be out the door. Me and my collection would be sitting out on the street. But hey,
Yep. Happy wife, happy life.
yeah. She tolerates. I say she tolerates it. Over the years she's gotten more supportive, especially since I started my channel. And like I said in the first episode when I showed that Kiss comic, I was smart. The big expensive buys, I asked her first. So
Smart.
because
There you go.
Well, I'm sure she's got the stuff that she likes to collect too.
that's the thing is all the stuff that she likes to collect, she don't want to collect anymore because she says we're out of room. I'm like, no. If you want to buy something, go buy it. I do it. You go do it.
Right? That's what I had the garage for, honey. You go out there. No, no.
You buy a bigger house for.
I'm just trying to get Tony in trouble. That's all.
She's not watching. She may watch the replay, but she's not watching right now.
Right. Tony's just going to skip over this part. All right, it was at the 22-minute mark. Gary ran his mouth. Don't let her watch it. Distract her at the 22-minute mark.
No, I have to worry about her deciding to watch it when I'm at work, when I'm gone for 12 hours.
Right. You're letting all the secrets out now, Tony.
Number
7, buddy.
All right, number 7. So I showed the new Transformers series that I've been collecting. I've always been collecting Transformers, and I was fortunate enough to get a CGC copy of my all-time favorite cover of Transformers, and this is Transformers number 5.
Oh yeah, that was a great painted cover.
It's not my favorite story. It's not my favorite story, but it's my favorite cover.
With
My favorite
Shockwave
story.
on the cover.
Oh yeah, dude, that is just.
I know that was it. It was a good
It's funny.
series back then, but yeah, you're right. Some of the issues hit, and some were a swing and a miss.
Because with Transformers, the old series, people either love cover A the most or cover 5. It's one or the other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cover 1, and they did like 3 printings of almost every single issue too. So there was lots of printings.
But to be fair, I like the cover for issue 6 as well, where it had Megatron and Shockwave fighting. But this is just art.
Yeah, that's where they got away from the cartoony and did more like a painted type
Right,
cover.
little brutal and a little more.
There was
adult.
more soft corners and stuff, right? Where the other ones were all very cartoony type, except for issue 1, right? Which is another one of those painted covers.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because this one you had, it was supposed to have been a 4-issue limited series. This started making it ongoing, and then I always loved issue 80.
Yes. I like how they wrote at the top.
Yeah, number 80 in a 4-issue limited series.
Yeah, I know. They made a joke to it all, which was kind of funny. That was a nice way to end it.
Yeah. I always loved the first 50 issues. I think the writing kind of started suffering after issue 50, but they were still good books.
Yeah, and they get scarce too. Anything from 60 up, though, there was not as many printings because a lot of people kind of petered out on it.
Well, and the great thing about that time too is you had writers make a name for themselves on properties nobody wanted to touch. Like Bill Mantlo, with Rom. You had them on the Micronauts. You had Larry Hama with G.I. Joe. You transform. Also, all these are ones the regular writers didn't want them because they were toy properties. They didn't want to write them. So these writers came on and did something incredible with these series and made a name for themselves and became A-list writers because of these properties that nobody wanted to touch.
That's right, because they
And
have
these properties would have suffered probably in somebody else's hands. It was like it was meant to happen.
yes.
And for those of you that don't know, this issue was written by Bob Budiansky. And if you go watch the Toys That Made Us episode on Transformers, you find out that that's the dude, with the exception of Optimus Prime, named every one of the original Transformer toys and created up the backstory for the series,
Nice.
for the comics and everything. It was
Yep.
Bob Budiansky.
He was the
You know,
man.
Of course, Jim Shooter had to urge him to do it, but I mean, he set a bunch of toys on his desk. Said, "Okay, I need you to write these out over the weekend." No, I mean,
Jim's the editor, right? So
yeah, he was a good guy. Lost, gone. I would say, yeah, gone too soon.
yeah, I know that was surprising. I met him at Fan Expo 2 years ago.
I was really hoping to meet him because I was going to get him to sign my copy of NFL Super Pro.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was going to
nice.
get stuff signed too, but his handlers were a bunch of assholes. They started looking at my books and go, "Oh, that one's going to cost you money to get it signed."
Well, it's funny
Really?
though, when he came to the little comic festival here in Rochester, I'm the guy who walked him in from his car.
Right
So he
on.
didn't really have a lot of handlers with him. I went, met him at his car, walked him in, got him to his seat. He signed my X-Men 130, my Dazzler #1 for me.
Yeah.
It was a fun experience meeting him. Like
Yeah,
I said,
he was a super
he's
nice
too
guy.
hot to
It's
call.
just sometimes the people around him can be dicks.
Oh yeah, but I mean that's kind of their job, right? To protect them.
Yeah, I get it.
All right, number 8, sir.
All right, so number 8, another series that I like to collect, even though this isn't from that series. Of course, everybody back in, I like collecting Batman. My introduction to Batman is still one of my 2 favorite storylines is A Death in the Family, and I talked about how in the first video that I voted to kill Jason, then voted to save him because I felt bad. My other favorite series is Nightfall, and my favorite character is Bane. So I'm showing off Batman Vengeance of Bane number 1.
Yeah, what a great cover.
Yep. For the longest time, I had this in a second print. I forgot the grade. It was like a lower grade. And that was a copy I had from the 90s. I had it since when I was a kid when it came out. There's a second print, but I always wanted a first print. And then either this year or last year, had to be last year, I upgraded. And then lo and behold, when I was trying to figure out what to do with the second print, I ended up sending it to England, unbeknownst to Dr. Von Hoot. When I sent him a okay, he opened it up and my second print slab, because I had it slabbed and everything, and I sent it to him.
Nice.
I knew we'd been talking about it, and because I was trying to figure out what to do with the second print at the time. When I showed off this book, he went, "Man," he said, "I got to get that book," and I went, "Huh, okay."
The wheels were a turning.
Yeah, we have a light bulb.
But yeah, I love Bane. I mean, of course, he was smart. I mean, this is the origin of Bane. This is how he came to be, and he was intelligent and could fight like he was a great fighter. And then of course, then he got the Venom. And
Well, they've carried that over. If you've been reading Absolute Batman.
no, I haven't. I haven't read. I haven't read it.
I
I read the first issue, and I didn't read anymore.
I think you'll like Bane in that one.
Yeah, y'all need to go watch.
DVH to come back on again too. It's been a while since he's been on the show.
Yeah, y'all got to go watch DVH's video where he opens that up. His expression when he sees it is priceless. It's great.
Nice.
Because I sat on that book for a year, and I was trying to come up with the money to send it to him because it costs a lot of money and to ship to England.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I wanted to make it worth it, so I sent him a lot of cool stuff, and he enjoyed it. I'm glad he did.
The hint to shipping overseas or out of the country is keep it under 4 pounds.
Well, yeah, but I will say this though. As soon as I sent it to him, he said, "Hey, dude, I want to send." He actually helped me. He paid half the shipping, so that was pretty cool. I didn't ask him to, but he insisted. So,
Oh, that's DVH for you.
Yeah, because
Right.
I don't remember how much it cost. It was like $70 or $80 to send us the
Oh,
box.
yeah, the fuel to get across there, right? That's what you're paying
Yeah.
for.
So I learned a lesson my first year on YouTube, Tony, because I ran a contest and I made it worldwide. And I won't even tell you where I shipped it to, but it was like $5. It cost me $80 to ship it.
the other side of the planet, right? Somewhere in
all right.
Australia.
Lesson learned.
Get to digging.
Right? I'm like $80. I mean, the books in here aren't $80.
I know that's the thing.
And with the tariffs now, I couldn't even imagine how much that would have cost me to send to him now.
Yep. I know it's a pain in the ass. Every time I'm on all the Evil Bay there, I'm always looking at the shipping costs and not just necessarily the cost of the book.
Yeah.
Well, that's what makes it tough to buy other than locally now is, your book, the book you're looking at, like even a filler book could be $3 and you're paying $8 in shipping for a $3 book.
Yeah.
But man, I just want to find it local, so I don't have to pay $8 though. I don't want to pay $11 for a $3 book.
You got it. Yeah.
So now when I order online, if I'm ordering off of eBay, I'm like, okay, is it based in the United States? Okay, it is. Okay, cool.
Right.
Yeah, I search that too. If I see stuff in Canada, it's even better because then the shipping's going to be really cheap.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true.
As soon as I go across the border, then bang, I need double down.
And that's a travesty because between us and Canada, they shouldn't hit us like that.
I know it's stupid.
Yeah.
It's not tough to go to either one of our places from each other.
No,
it's not.
We're on the same goddamn continent, for Christ's sakes.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, number 9, Tony.
All right, so number 9, another series I collected when I was a kid, and I still collect now. The book I'm showing, oh my Lord, I cannot believe I'm so happy to have this in the collection. If Gary remembers, back on the first episode when I showed the Kiss, I said there was 3 books I wanted to own before I die. I actually have all 3 now, and I really need to change that because I don't want to die. But
Jesus, I'm ready to go.
this was the last book to get because I got the book following it first, and then I got this one this year, at the beginning of this year.
Was it the Marvel special one? Oh no!
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, the death of Gwen. Damn.
Oh, the Marvel special one is right there. That's the second one.
Yeah.
I got it set up on display.
So you can look at it and rub it and squeeze it and talk to it.
Yeah. See, here's the second one of the Kiss ones. I got it right.
Right.
There. But yeah, this is everybody knows this book. I mean, it's the death of Gwen Stacy. You know, when I started collecting, the first ones I had was the Marvel Tales issues, and then what was a couple years ago they did the reprints, and then I got 122 right before 2023 C3 auction. I was able to get 122, and then this year, whenever the place I worked at closed and I got some money, I seen it and I went, I'm getting it.
That's awesome. Nice. And you know what? Nothing wrong with mid-grade. I mean, it looks like it presents real nice.
Oh, it looks real nice. Yeah. I was actually judgmental because when I got the other one first, it was a 4.5 as well. And I said, you know what? I want them to have matching grades.
Now, why that book? Were you always a big Gwen Stacy fan?
Not at first. I mean, when I first started collecting ASM, I didn't know who Gwen Stacy was. I didn't know about Mary Jane. You got to understand, in 1987, all I knew was what I saw on cartoons. I didn't have a bunch of people around to educate me. I had to learn a lot of it on my own. And then, the first books I bought was ASM 292. And, Mary Jane's going, yes, I'll marry you. And I'm like, okay, who the hell is this? And then I watched, and then I read the annual where he's talking about Gwen. He goes to the bridge and everything. And I went, huh. So this Gwen person was important. And about that time, my cousin had gotten the issue of Marvel Tales that had both the death of Gwen Stacy and the Green Goblin together. And I read it and I went, oh my God. And then I bought the separate issues and ended up buying all that. But I honestly never thought that I would ever actually have the original. I mean, I got a buddy named Greg. I was looking he's my cleaner and presser, and I'm flipping through I got to flip through the first 200 issues of Spider-Man, starting at issue 3.
Nice.
And when I pulled through and seen these books, I was like, man.
I think, awesome. My favorite Spidey is the first Black Cat.
Yeah. I need to get that one.
To get in high grade, too, because of all that black cover. Oof.
It is. I got 2 copies, and they're both one's a 3.5, and I think the other one's it's not graded, and it's probably a 3.5 or a 3. Yeah,
Well,
but they're both
one
low
of the
grade.
books, one of the books I was going to show you, but I know we only have certain slots. Is this year I was able to get an ASM 50 and a 1.5 CGC, and
Ooh, nice.
so I mean, it's the first Kingpin. You're like, well, my buddy,
Right.
the same
No
guy,
plastic cover.
yeah, he offered me a deal. I took it. So I mean,
And I think that's the best thing about being adults, right? Is you had these iconic books that you saw when you were a kid, and forever I was like, oh, I'll never own that. And then when you have it as an adult, you're like, I can't believe I have it. And like it hits you hard in a certain way because you never thought you'd own that copy.
Exactly.
When
And,
the unobtainable becomes obtainable, all of a sudden it's a strange thing for you.
oh yeah, and nowadays we try to teach people to buy the book and not the grade.
Right.
I just
If
talked
you-
about that on Anachronic Comics, where I have 30 years I've been hunting my Weird Science 16, and I finally picked it up, and it's got everything wrong with it that could possibly be wrong with a book. Color
That's
touch,
right.
trimmed, rusted staples, tape, all that shit.
I wish I could go back in my little time machine to 1996, and I was going through the mall in Jonesboro. They were doing a Comic-Con, or what they called a Comic-Con, and this dude had a rack of books. And he wanted $600 for all of these books. He had X-Men 1, Avengers 1, and ASM 1.
Damn.
And the ASM 1 was the worst looking book I've ever seen in my life. But it had its cover. I mean,
Right.
it didn't have like
Complete,
it didn't have a page tore out. They were all complete, but it just looked like somebody wadded it up. And he wanted $600 for it, and I'm like, I ain't paying $600 for it. Now the Avengers was the best looking one, and even though I had to cash my pocket to buy one of them, I didn't buy any of them. Now, 30, almost 30 years later, you're like, oh damn.
Hindsight is 20, 30, 60.
Yeah, I mean, because even those crappy looking copies now,
Yeah, they're mint.
Yeah, you clear off your mortgage in your house with that sucker.
yeah, and that's why I was like, yeah, you buy the book if you want it, and don't worry about what the grade is. I mean, hell.
Oh, exactly. All right, number 10, sir.
So number 10 is another one. Gary knows full well since the first episode. I love me some Cap. I love me some Captain America. The first book I showed in the very first episode was the first comic book that I ever bought, which was Cap 333 when I was a little kid. I've got a run now of Captain America, an uninterrupted run from 262 to the end of the volume of Volume 1. Still love Cap. Never thought I would ever own this book in my collection. That's another one of these. Thanks to Comics Curing Cancer in 2023, made this little cat boy's dream come true. And I still look at it now. Even now, I'm like, oh shit.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
That was awesome. I saw that one. I was watching that whole auction, man. I was all over the place watching that thing, bidding.
Yeah.
What a great one this year.
I got this as Comics Curing Cancer in 2023, and it was funny because I was on another show and I was talking about, I got in a bidding war with somebody and I can't remember who it was, and Matt Spidey at bottom said it was me. I mean, he might not have said a-ho. He might not have said a-ho, but he was like, it was me, you bastard. But
but you won out.
But and this is the funny thing. So what had happened that year was I had saved up a lot of money for a Comic-Con that I didn't get to go to because I didn't have the vacation days to take off. And then Comics Curing Cancer came around a month later, and I talked to my wife, and this was the one time that she didn't care how much money I spent on comic books because she knew the money was going to the American Cancer Society.
Yes.
And nice. I just happened to be getting some cool comics as well. I think that's the most I ever donated to the American Cancer Society was that year because I got this and I got this. You can't see it, but back here I've got a metal Transformers #1 signed by Peter Weller, Peter Cullen, and Frank Welker.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Yeah, that was the first thing I bought, and this was the last thing I bought. So, I mean,
worth it.
So, yeah, Tony spent some money. So,
great
but
stuff.
yeah, I mean, but to be a Cap fan, and to actually hold this was the first ongoing series, that started, it was Tales of Suspense up till issue 99. They renamed it Captain America. But I mean, to be a fan of something that you really loved and you're holding something like this in your hands. Yeah, it's not the first appearance of Cap, but who cares? I mean,
Who cares? That's the one you
Right.
want.
But that's such an iconic cover of his, though, too. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, that's a cover that's well known in the history of comics.
Yeah, because I mean, I had to pinch myself. I was like, "Did I really win that? Did I really win it? Oh crap! I need to pay real quick." So I sent the payment off, and then Rob sent me the shipping information. I went, "Oh my god, I'm really getting this book." And when I opened it up, I'm still like, "Oh man!" So yeah,
Nice.
so yeah, dreams do come true.
Yes, they do.
All right.
Never
So
say
do you want to
never.
go with your spec book or storybook first?
Let's do the story. We'll get it out the way.
All right.
All right. So the story for this book. This is one of the biggest books in my collection. This is one of the biggest Kiss books in my collection because I'm going to have Kiss somewhere. So the story is about 4 or 5 years ago. One of my buddies that I love like a brother. I lost him last year. He passed away. He had lost both of his legs a few years in 2019 because of diabetes, and he just been doing his best. He had lost his wife in 2017, so I mean this dude had been beaten down by life.
Wow.
Holy crap!
But he still had the best attitude in the world. Loved him like a brother. 2019, he goes, "Hey man," he said, "I'm gonna give you this book." He said because he said I can't really read it. He said it's too big, it weighs too much. And then coincidentally, 6 months after he gave it to me, he bought me another one. I don't think you can call yourself a Kiss fan or a comic fan without having the Kiss
compendium. Wow. Look at that thing. Jeez.
That son of a gun is
Right.
massive. It's 1,200 and some odd pages. It's, I mean,
I didn't think Gene Simmons could talk that much.
It's got all kinds of Kiss goodness in it. And if I'm not mistaken, I got my phone somewhere, but this has, it does not have the Howard the Duck issues, and I'm figuring that's because of the copyright for Howard the Duck.
Probably.
That's what I'm thinking. But it's got the Marvel Super Special #1. It's got 5. It's got the Kiss Nation comic that surprisingly a lot of people that I thought would know about it didn't know that Marvel did a Kiss comic in the 90s around the reunion tour. It's got all the Image Psycho Circus stuff. It's got all the Dark Horse stuff. It's got the Kiss 4K all the way up to a certain point. I mean, like I said, if you are a Kiss fan,
that is the book to own. Is there 2 volumes to it? Or is it just one?
Right now, as far as I know, this is the only volume. So, I mean.
Wow.
Nice.
So, but this is a book that no matter how heavy it is, it weighs about 10.5 pounds.
Yeah, you get a hernia.
But this book will never leave my collection because it was given to me by a man that I loved as much as my brother, and he's gone now. And it seems like this is the second story I've talked about somebody that's passed away. But
that happens as we get older, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that's our age, right? When you start losing more people than you're gaining.
Mm-hmm.
That's the good thing about the comic community is you gain a lot of people in this community.
You sure do.
Yeah.
So we're still gaining people all the time, which is something cool at our age at this moment.
Yeah, I was gonna say in 2019, I got to go to the end of the road tour with him in Little Rock. We had a great night. Didn't realize in 2024 when I went to go see him and his son watching WrestleMania, because every year I'd go up there and I'd watch WrestleMania with him. We'd make a big dinner. We'd sit there and watch it. And over the last few years before he passed away, my wife and my daughter started going too. So he really dug that whole family thing in because he didn't get out because, he couldn't drive. He didn't,
Right.
So I didn't realize that when I seen him in 2024, that would be the last time I'd see him until he was in hospice. So, I mean, that was only a few months later. So, yeah. I mean.
Yeah, you never know.
Enjoy those times while you got them, right?
Amen. But, yep. I believe that's one of the ultimate Kiss things right there.
Right? Yeah, it is. It absolutely is.
And a great buddy story.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a hell of an A-OK.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But, so wonder what the spec is.
Right? So the spec, it's not Kiss. This is a series that I started collecting with issue 7. I went back and painstakingly got every issue. Had some friends help me. I have issue 1 and 7 in reprints, and all the others are in first prints. We know it's coming. I'm waiting for the days, but something is killing the children.
Yes.
This is issue
Let's
27. This is issue 27. This is one of my favorite covers. It was Marco Mastrozano or something like that.
The covers are incredible, eh?
Oh yeah, I got this from Durs on one of his whatnots. But yeah, I've loved since issue 7 because the first few months I got back into it, I kept hearing people, dude, you need to read Something's Killing Children. Okay. I picked it up with issue. I said 7. I actually picked it up with issue 8.
Yeah.
And then I had a buddy of mine that was running a comic shop, and I said, hey, dude, can I get any back issues? And he sold me issues 3, 4, 5, and 6, and I got first prints of those. So
damn, and some of those are low print runs too.
Yeah, and I lucked out because I got an issue 2. It just said variant cover, and I thought it was a reprint. I bought it for $10, and it ended up being a first print, but it was a variant. So yeah, I've got like issue 7 is the second print. That's fine. Issue 1, I've got the 8th print, raw and graded, and I've got the local comic shop day one that came out with. But and that's good enough for me. One of these days, if I have the money to get them at first print, I will. But this is just a great series. I've loved this series.
It is.
I would still say that the Archer's Peak story is probably still the best one, but I mean, it's man.
James Tynan knows how to write a good horror story.
Yeah, some of these people that do these covers. See, I almost brought the Very Gary issue 16 because I liked that one, but I kept going through there and went, no, this is the one I need to show.
Yeah, I like the Miko Suyan from issue 16, the big time collectible one. I ended up getting the print from Comics Curing Cancer. I fought tooth and nail for that one. I wanted that.
What do you think about the rumor of James Gunn's wife being her?
That's fine. I need to watch. Chris did a video. Chris the comic that did a video.
She's got the badassness to be her.
She looks like Erica.
Yeah,
I believe it would work, but I also think that if she didn't become Erica, I could see her playing Jessica.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Now I only read the first 2 trades. I never read after that.
The series is still good. Erica kind of went rogue after that. She's now off the books.
Yeah, they're trying to rein her back in. I think the first after Archer's Peak, she went rogue, and then there was like 5 issues where they told a backstory, and then they went another 10 issues where they told a current story where they were tracking her down, or it's either 10 or 15, I don't remember.
Yeah, but they brought out issue 0 or something, and they went way back.
Yeah, but now currently, I think it's another backstory. I'm looking forward to them dealing with the House of Cutter. I mean, I want to see that.
The House of Butcher. I want to see Butcher, Cutter. Yeah, I want to see all these other houses.
Because that chick that they sent from the House of Cutter was freaking insane.
Oh, I know. She is. She's messed right up. I like her. She's a good villain.
Yeah, because you're like, first time you see her, why is she wearing the mask upside down over her eyes? That's the first sign. You're like, what the hell?
You know something's wrong right away.
Yeah. She's a bit off kilter, huh?
Oh yeah, that's putting it bluntly.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I think her monster has taken her over. She takes her job a little too seriously.
Yeah.
Well, I think your spec pick's solid though. I mean, that's definitely going to get developed at some point.
Oh, guaranteed now. James will go into that other company now. They're known for getting shit done, so it's going to happen now.
Yeah, when it said, when I seen Blumhouse, I went, yeah, and then I thought of Halloween Ends, went, ooh.
Well, we'll find out, because if it sucks, then number one's going to be really obtainable then, because it'll go right off the cliff. Then you'll get it cheap.
I was just thinking, because we had spec for a while, and I kept thinking, you know what? I think this year it's like I did with Daredevil Born Again. I said, I think I'm gonna collect the series, and all of a sudden, coming out, Daredevil Born Again. I went, oh.
Shit, and all the books go through the roof. I know. I was doing the same thing with the Something Is Killing the Children, because they're at an all-time low. So I got a buddy local to me that had a whole bunch of raw issues that I'm trying to make a deal on, right? And then all of a sudden the announcement comes out, and I'm like, here we go.
And I was the same thing. I said maybe I'll finally just go ahead and pull the trigger and get a first print number 1 in it. Blumhouse attached to. I would. Oh my god. Well,
Yeah, I got
maybe
lucky. I managed to snag the C cover, so I got a first print now. The Jenny Frizen cover.
Well, there you go.
That's a good one.
That's one of the Jay Lee and the Jenny Frizen. Those are my two favorite covers.
Yeah, I haven't seen I don't know if I've seen the Jay Lee, but that Jenny man.
Jay Lee's been putting out such good work the last couple of years, man. He's like at a peak right now.
Yeah, it's the red cover. The red cover with the side profile. It's really cool.
Oh yeah.
But Tony, great books, man.
Oh yeah, phenomenal.
Thanks,
Fun stuff, great story, nice personal touch on there. Gotta love that. Great way to remember your buddy, and really appreciate you sharing that. Awesome stuff, though, dude. Thank you so much for coming on again. You know we appreciate it.
Show it up.
You're welcome. I was going to say, if for an added bonus, I said I had it, but there's the.
Oh,
because I forgot to mention it's a metal cover.
Oh, nice,
beautiful though. I love that. The signature placement's perfect for that.
Yeah.
Something I've never owned is a metal cover.
Really?
I've got two now. I got one from Dr. Von Hoot. Now, one of these days I'll have to show that one because that one's unique for the United States.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's got his own. He has his own exclusive for not testing on animals. I think it came out in England, and he got so many metal. He had like an X amount of metal covers.
Yeah.
I actually bought that at C3, and it was a 9.8 metal cover. And he's still in the chat. He can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he said I'm the only. He said he had like X amount of metal covers, and he sent one that were graded. He sent one to C3, and he had the rest.
Yeah.
And so the one I got from C3 is the one he sent.
Nice. You got the only American copy then. The only copy in America. Yeah.
That I know.
And it's interesting how they manufacture them too. They just take the metal plate and they like glue it to the front cover basically of the book. So it opens like a normal book, and the back of it's like a normal paper stock, and it's just the metal on the front that's glued to that paper stock, I guess.
And can you imagine my little mind watching that C3 auction when I started with getting the autographs of two of my favorite child actors on a comic book, and then ending it with Captain America 100.
Right.
See, that's incredible, right?
Yeah.
Life is good. That just proves, you be patient and the stuff will come along.
Oh, yeah.
Even after 30 years.
Right.
Even after 30 years. Yep.
30 years and it's hanging on the wall.
Oh, here we go. There are others with medals, but you and I are the only ones with graded copies.
Yeah, you're almost guaranteed for a 9.8 on that sucker. Unless they bend the metal.
Right. All right, but
yeah.
Let's do like we normally do. Steve, what's coming up for you, sir?
I'm going to be doing a couple of unboxing videos because I've got some stuff from my comic shop, and then I'll be hanging out with you on the Tuesdays on the Gary B 1011, and then we've got Anachronic Comics coming up, the Espresso Mail Call in December. I think we're doing it on the 12th.
Nice.
This time round, and that's it for me.
All right, and for me, in 2 nights' time, we have Dave Bratton coming on, and he's doing an Elf Quest 1011.
Oh, wow. That's
nice.
Mark Andrews and Digger Jim co-hosting that night, so that'll be fun. And Dave Bratton always brings a lot of information, and we're going to have a great time. And then we're taking off the week of Thanksgiving. So me, Steve, and Jim get to relax for a week and not have to worry about being anywhere. Not that we're leaving our homes for you, but
no, hibernation is coming in full swing now.
But we could just focus on relaxing that week.
That's it. Cool.
So then we'll be back the week after December, and I've been super busy, so I've only just recently started booking December, so I don't have too many announcements about that yet. So we'll just let that go for the moment because I'm waiting to hear about December 2nd. I already do have December 4th, but we're going to keep that under wraps for the moment. What is it? Oh, yeah.
Scrolling.
No, And now, Tony, what's coming up for you, sir?
All right. So I got a couple of mail call videos. I recorded them, but I haven't put them out yet, where I've got different stuff from my Matt and eBay stuff and things I bought. My C3 pickup for this year, which was pretty cool. I got all that coming as soon as I get them edited. I'll probably be hanging out Thursday night after I get off work with Matt on the Heroes for Hire Club doing the Comic Lounge. Then Friday night will be our live show for Friday Night Frights, like I said, about the horror. This is episode 3. It's going to be on his channel, Heroes for Hire Comic Club channel. He's doing Creep Show.
Oh, nice. Classic.
And then I may or may not do my own Into the Comiverse Saturday night. I've actually gotten to where, don't get me wrong, I still love doing live shows, but I actually like participating in them more than trying to ring them in myself. but I've even had this fun little side series before we started doing Friday Night Frights called Hanging Out with Grandpa Starscream. I started calling myself Grandpa Starscream. That's a fun
Grandpa Starscream.
Yeah, because I wanted to do something to show my love of Starscream, and I became a grandpa this year.
Aha! So we combined the two, and thus Grandpa Starscream.
That was actually suggested by my wife and my daughter, Grandpa Starscream.
That's
Well,
awesome.
there you go.
Yeah, we got our first granddaughter in May, and we haven't seen her yet because she lives in Utah. I live in Arkansas, and they're coming down for Christmas, so we're looking forward to that. And she'll be my next kiss disciple. My wife's loving that.
You got to get her a kiss once.
Get her in it right away.
Oh yeah, I've already seen a kiss onesie. I was like, hey, look, I can get, I said, I got all my kids, my niece, my nephew, all of them became kiss disciples. So, I got to make her one too.
That's cool. Hey, Gary, I forgot one more. I'm actually going to be on this Sunday on Magic Lasso on Ryan's. I forgot about it. We finally got.
It's too late now. We couldn't possibly talk about it.
No, sorry.
No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I don't know what it's a retro rewind or something is what Ryan does.
It's a
with,
DC retro thing.
Yeah.
And yeah. What series are you guys doing this week, Steve?
I picked a basket full of heads because I like the what do they call it? The Hill House.
Right.
The black label of DC. So I
got the water one of those. I'm trying to remember what it was called.
There's refrigerator full of heads and there's the basket full of heads.
I got the one that was about the underwater stuff. I like that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I can't remember the name of that title. There's a couple. There's Dead Sea or Dead by the Sea or something like that. There's Plunge.
Plunge, that was it.
The Plunge. Yeah.
Yep.
I was gonna say, Gary, I'll point out real quick since you're a fellow writer. Starting in December, I've been mentioning this a lot, but starting in December, I'm going to crack down and start writing my first novel.
Nice.
And it's a vampire. It's going to be a vampire western.
A vampire western. Holy shit! I don't think I've ever seen one of them before.
That's the whole point.
There's actually a good comic series that was out called Midnight Western Theater that had cowboys and vampires.
That's right. There was. Yeah, I remember that.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good too. It was a black and white, wasn't it, with splashes of red? Yeah.
Yeah, I started thinking. I was like, what would it have been like in the Old West if Dracula came to visit? And I just said Dracula, but like if they had a
character like that, yeah.
Yeah, if they had a deal
that's
with
the cool
vampires
thing about that
West.
is you could put them in any time period, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Because I told my wife, I said, I could really have fun with this. I could make it to where the South won the Civil War. I could just pretty much do whatever I wanted.
Right. You could do an alternate history thing and just have it blast.
Alternate universe.
But I told her, I said,
And for me, I've started my own sword and sorcery, but it's called Karen and Moon. So Karen's the dude, Moon's the girl, and there's a reason they're together, and there's a reason, and like any good sword and sorcery, it's steeped in some horror.
Sweet.
So it's gonna be dark, and I keep changing the details of what I want to do, but I keep getting more ideas, adding to it to flesh it out. But it's gonna be heavily influenced by things I grew up with.
Cool.
But just because I'm like, I need my own stamp on the genre.
Yeah, you do. Get after it.
But gentlemen, first of all, thanks to my co-host Steve. It's always great having you here, buddy. Thank you so much.
Love hanging out with you, brother.
Absolutely. And of course, to our gracious guest and thankfully showing up. Thank you so much, Tony, for being here again, sir. It was great Great reconnecting with you. Glad to see you're doing well and that you're still putting and getting some grails for yourself. And of course, to our great audience that was watching tonight, thank you guys so much. And for those of you catching us on the rewind, both of these gentlemen's links are in the description below. Go sub them up. You may find your new favorite content creator. And as we like to end these things, we're going to say thank you so much for watching. And until next time, keep it casual.